Hello everyone. Now we will do revision exercise 4. This exercise is based on trigonometry. Let us do the first question. Find the length of sides labeled x and y corresponding to three significant figures. So here in the first diagram we will apply Pythagoras theorem and we will get x is equal to square root of 8 square plus 5 square. Okay, basically Pythagoras theorem is x square equal to 8 square plus 5 square, that is square of hypotenuse is equals to square of sum of square of remaining two sides. This gives you x is equals to, you will use your calculator, so 8 square 64 plus 5 square 25 and square root of that, square root of your 89 is 9.43. We have to write answer in three significant figures, so the answer is 9.43. Next question, we have to find y. So here your 14 square, okay, if I write in detail, 14 square will be equal to y square plus 4 square. That give you y square is equal to 14 square minus 4 square. That gives you y is equals to square root of 14 square minus 4 square. So 14 square minus 4 square, result is 180 and square root of that is 13.416, that is 13.4. So your result for y is 13.4. okay, we will also mention its unit, so 13.4 centimeter. Next question, here I have to find out the value x. Okay, so in this diagram, what happened? Just a minute. Okay, now let us do this question number 2. First, what we do, first we find out this hypotenuse. This is a right angle triangle. Let us name this hypotenuse as y. So I have y square is equals to 3 square plus 5 square. Also, if I consider the triangle which is above, I have y square is equals to x square plus x square. So therefore what I can say that your x square plus x square, which is 2x square, will be equal to 3 square plus 5 square, and therefore your x square will be 3 square, which is 9, 5 square 25, divided by 2, and therefore your x is equals to square root of 9 plus 25 divided by 2. So your 9 plus 25 is 34, divided by 2 is 17, and square root of that is 4.12. So your x is 4.12. Unit is centimeter. Now third question. Here we have to calculate the side or the angle labeled with a letter. So the first question, A. Here, as in this right angle triangle, adjacent and hypotenuse is given, I will use cos x. So your cos x is 7 divided by 10, which gives you the value of x as cos inverse 7 divided by 10. Now cos inverse 7 divided by 10 cos inverse 7 divided by 10. Your answer is 45.6 degree. 45.6 degree. When we are writing angle, it should be up to one decimal place if it is not mentioned accuracy level. Okay, B question. For this angle y, opposite and adjacent is given. So here we will use tan. We will say that tan y is equals to opposite, which is 8, divided by adjacent, which is 5. So this gives you value of y as tan inverse. Y is equals to tan inverse 8 divided by 5. So your tan inverse 8 divided by 5 is equals to 57.99, that is approximately 58.0 degree. This 0.0, it indicates that okay, we are finding up to one decimal place. Now see, I have to find A. So here opposite and hypotenuse, they are in relation, so I will use sine of 31.7 will be equal to A divided by 7.4, and this gives me the value of A as 7.4 times sine 31.7. so the value of A is 7.4 times sine of 31.7. it is 3.89. So 3.89 centimeter. Now D, adjacent and hypotenuse, they are in relation, so I will use again cos. I have cos of 71 degree is equals to 11 divided by C. Therefore C is equals to 11 divided by cos of 71. So 11 divided by cos of 71, result is 33.8. 33.8. So C is 33.8. Unit will be meter. Okay, so this is your question number 3. Now question number 4. Given that x is an acute angle and that 3 tan x minus 2 is equals to 4 cos 35.3, calculate tan x. Okay, so first A part. From the given relation, I can say that 3 times tan x is equals to 2 plus 4 times cos of 35.3 degree. And therefore from here the value of tan x is equals to 2 plus 4 times cos of 35.3 whole divided by 3. So 2 plus 4 times cos of 35.3 whole divided by 3. So result for tan x is equals to 1.75. Now see, many of you will then start finding out x, but see, they have not asked you to find x. B part, the value of x in degree corrected to one decimal place. Now in B part I will do that. So x is equals to tan inverse 1.75. So tan inverse 1.75 is 60.3 degree. This is 60.3 degree. So I'm rounding my answers up to one decimal place. Okay, now fifth question. Here we should not use calculator. Without using calculator, show that the following expression can be simplified can be simplified to an integer value. Okay, so sine 30 degree, the value of sine 30 degree is 1 divided by 2, plus tan 45 degree, its value is 1, whole divided by sine 60 degree, its value is 1 divided by 2. So I have to take the square of this. Now 30 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree, they are the standard angles, and for that everyone should know what is sine, cos and tan values. So my numerator is 3 divided by 2 and denominator is 1 divided by 2. 3 divided by 2 divided by 1 divided by 2 is your 3. So 3 square, and 3 square is 9. So here result is 9. Without using calculator, find the value x. Okay, so now if I label these triangles for our understanding A, B, C and D, you can see that the triangle ABC is isosceles triangle, and the length of AB will be same as length of BC, which is 6. And here for x, now opposite and adjacents are in relation. I will say that sine of x is equals to AB divided by BD. Now AB is 6, BD is 12, so it is 1 upon 2. Sine 30 degree is also 1 upon 2. So therefore I will say that my x is 30 degree. This problem is also without using calculator. Okay, now here also you should not use calculator, you have to find x. So from here what we will do, let us rename all the vertices. Okay, and then we can say that sine 45 degree will be equal to BD divided by CD. So your BD will be equal to CD, which is 2 times root 3 times sine 45, which is 1 upon root 2. This is your root 2 divided by root 2 is root 2, and into root 3 is root 6. So your BD is root 6. Now in triangle ABD, adjacent and hypotenuse are in relation, so we will use cos. We will say that cos of 60 degree is equals to BD divided by AD. So this cos 60 is 1 by 2. Cos 60 is what? 1 by 2. So therefore your AD, which is x, is equals to 2 times BD, which is root 6. So your x is 2 root 6. Okay, so no unit is given, you can write 2 root 6 units. Now 8th problem, calculate the length AB. Now here we will use calculator. First we will find length BD. For that we will use a relation of cos. We will say that cos of 20 degree is equals to BD divided by 10. So this gives you the length of BD as 10 times cos 20. Result is 9.40. 9.396, so 9.40. For writing, I am writing 9.40, but while using calculator, I will use its correct value, which is in calculator. So your BD is 9.4 centimeter. Then I have to find AB. So for that, again, I will use a trigonometric relation, which is sine 35. So your sine 35 degree is your AB divided by your BD. So that gives you AB is equals to BD into sine 35 degrees. So BD, whatever length you got in your calculator, simply multiply that by sine of 35 degree. So it gives you 5.389, that is 5.39 is equals to 5.39 centimeter. Ninth question, point A lies on a bearing of 40 degree from point B. Calculate the bearing of B from A. Suppose this is point B. Point A lies on a bearing of 40 degree. So bearing of 40 degree will be something like this. This is your point B. Here the angle is 40 degree. So bearing is 0, 4, 0. This is your point A. So point A lies on a bearing of 40 degree from point B. Calculate the bearing of B from A. So bearing of B from A, that means you have to find out this angle. Okay. So this can be find out. Now we have one angle over here. Say this angle is X. So you know that X plus 40 degree is equals to 180 degree. They are co-interior angles between the two parallel lines. So X is equals to 140 degree. And then you have, say this angle is Y. So then you have Y is equals to 360 minus 140. So 360 minus 140 is 220 degree. So we will say that bearing of B from A, bearing of B from A is equals to 220 degree. Now B part, the bearing of point X from Y is 115. Calculate the bearing of Y from X. So for B part, again the same way, the bearing of X from Y is, so from Y, let us take this as Y. So from Y, X is at a bearing of 115. So it will go something like this. This is your X and this angle is 115 degree. We have to find the bearing of Y from X. That is this angle we need to find out. So this bearing is 360 degree minus, in bracket we can say that 180 degree minus 115 degree. Okay, so these 2-3 steps I write in one step. So this is equals to 360, actually it is, if you open the bracket, it is 360 minus 180, which is 180, and 180 plus 115. So 180 plus 115, 295. So 295 degree. This is the bearing of Y from X. Next question, given BD is given 1. Calculate the length of AC. Okay. So here, let us first find out what is AB. So your sine 21 degree, sine of 21 degree will be equal to AB divided by BD, which is 1. So your AB is sine 21 degree. Okay. Next, if we find angle B, your angle B is equals to 90 degree minus 21 degree. So 90 minus 21, it is 69 degree. Now, as I know AB, I will use sine of 69 degree as your AC divided by your AB. Okay, so your AC is equals to sine of 69 degree times sine of 21 degree. So your sine 69 times sine 21. 0.335. 0.335. Okay, this is length of AC. 0.335 meter. Now 11th question, in the triangle PQR, angle PQR is 90 degree and angle RPQ is 31 degree. So I will draw one right angle triangle where angle Q is 90, angle P is 31. So it will be something like this. This angle is 31. Length of PQ, so angle P is 31. Length of PQ is 11. So this angle is 35. Okay, I have to find out length of QR. PQR. So here sine 35 degree for question A. Sine 35 degree. No, not sine 35. It is tan 35 degree. Tan 35 degree is equals to your opposite side, which is QR, divided by your adjacent side, which is 11. So this gives you the value of QR as 11 times tan 35. 7.7. So QR is 7.7 centimeter. Now B, the length of PR. So for PR, we will use cos of 35. So cos of 35 degree is equals to PQ divided by PR. So this gives you the value of PR as PQ, which is 11, divided by cos 35 degree. So your PR, value of PR is 11 divided by cos of 35 degree. So 13.4. 13.4. So the length of PR is 13.4. Length of QR is 7.7. All units are in centimeter. This is centimeter, centimeter, and this is also centimeter. Next, the length of perpendicular from Q to PR. Now from Q, I will draw one perpendicular like this. Okay. Let us name this perpendicular as QS. So we have to find out QS. Now in triangle PQS, if we apply sine 35 degree, if we apply sine of 35 degree, then it is equals to opposite side, which is QS, divided by hypotenuse, which is 11. So this gives you the value of QS is equals to 11 into sine 35 degree. So 11 into sine 35. The result is 6.3. QS is 6.3 centimeter. Now 12th question. An observer at the top of tower of height 20 meter sees a man due east of him at an angle of depression of 27. So let us consider, okay, this is the ground level and this is a tower of 20 meter height. So an observer at the top of tower of height 20 meter sees a man due east of him at an angle of depression 27. So here angle of depression is 27 degree. So this is your angle of depression 27. he sees another man due south of him at an angle of depression of 30 degree. Okay, so this is a two-dimensional diagram. Here suppose I am showing this as east direction. In the same way, on the ground, this is 20 meter only, and now I will show this as my south direction. Okay, so when he is seeing in south, he sees another man due south of him at an angle of depression of 30 degree. So my angle of depression here, angle of depression is 30 degree. Okay, so here angle of depression is 27 degree for first man, so M1 I will say, and for second man M2 the angle of depression is 30. So by alternate angle concept, here this is 27 and here this is 30 degree. Okay, now find the distance between the men on the ground. So on the ground, if we see, and suppose this is the position of tower, then in the east direction you have man 1 and in the south direction you have man 2, and now you have to find out distance between this man 1 and man 2. Okay, so it is difficult to draw three-dimensional diagram. Okay, so we will draw these three separate diagrams. This is your top view. We will say the top view. Top view means when we look from the top, what we see, we will see something like this. This is tower and this is your men 1 and this is your men 2, and these two are the front view, means from front if we are seeing, then this is how it look like. Okay, this is also front view. Now we have changed our position to see tower and men 1 when men 1 is in east direction, and when tower and men 2 where men 2 is in the south direction. Okay, so from these two diagrams we can work out what is the distance of men 1 from tower, that is Tm1 and Tm2. Okay, so for Tm1 we will use tan, relation of tan. So I will say that tan of 27 degree is equals to 20 divided by Tm1. So your Tm1 will be equal to 20 divided by tan of 27, and similarly your Tm2 will be equal to 20 divided by tan of 30 degree. Right, now here M1 M2 M2 is going to be equal to square root of, we will apply Pythagoras theorem, so it is square root of T M1 square plus T M2 square. So we will square these values. Tm1, so Tm1 is 20 divided by tan of 27, and then we will square it. So it is 39.25. We will square it and then we will add 20 divided by, I am using bracket, 20 divided by tan 30, and we will take the square of this as well, and then we will take square root of the whole distance. The result is 52.352, that is we will say that 52.4, and unit will be meter, so 52.4 meter. 52.4 meter is the distance between two men. Now 13th question. The figure shows a cube of side 10 centimeter. Calculate the length of AC. So length of AC is fairly simple. AC is equal to square root of 10 square plus 10 square. As your base is a square, okay, you get AC as 10 square plus 10 square, that is 200. We will take square root of 200. It is 10 times root 2. In decimal it is 14.1 centimeter. Then angle YAC. So Y is here, A is here, C is here. So better if I draw it separately. AC, say this is AC, which is 10 root 2. Okay, this is exact value. And CY, this is 10. And now this is your AY. Okay, what you have to find? You have to find angle YAC. YAC. Say this angle is theta. So you have tan theta is equals to 10 divided by 10 root 2, which is 1 divided by root 2. And we know that tan of 45 degree, tan of sorry. So therefore we will say that theta is equals to tan inverse 1 divided by root 2. So tan inverse 1 divided by root 2. It is 35.3. 35 point. Thus theta is equals to 35.3 degree. This is theta. Okay. The angle ZBD, then ZBD. Okay, so ZBD is going to be same as your BD length is going to be same of your AC length. Okay, it does not look like that, but your BD as a square, diagonal of square are same. So if I draw BD, the length of BD is going to be 10 root 2, and Z is here, which is at a height of 10, and we have to find out angle ZBD. So here first I will write angle, your angle YAC as 35.3 degree, and angle ZBD, as the diagram is same, angle ZBD is also going to be equal to 35.3 degree. Here 14th question, the diagram shows a rectangular block. AY is equals to 12, AB is equals to 8, BC is equals to 6. Calculate the length of YC. Okay, so if I draw separately, like here A, then here C, not Y, A, C, and here Y, definitely this YC is going to be perpendicular to this AC. This is given 12, and then AC is AC is not given, so first we can find out AC. So for that AC I have A, B, and here it is C. ABC is also a right angle triangle with 8, 6. So your AC will be equal to square root of 8 square, which is 64, plus 6 square, which is 36. So it is 100. So your AC is equals to 10. So AC is 10 centimeter. So this AC is 10 centimeter. This AY is 12 centimeter. And we have to find out what is YC. So YC, I will say that YC, Pythagoras theorem, if we apply, YC is equals to 12 square minus 10 square. So 12 square is 144 minus 10 square is 100. 44 square root of 44 is 2 root 11, that is 6.63. So your YC is equals to 6.63 centimeter. And then angle YAZ. So angle YAZ. Okay. So AZ, length of AZ we can find out. See here, AW, length of AW is going to be equal to length of YC. So this length is 6.63, and then this WZ is going to be 6. So I will say that my length AZ is going to be equal to square root of 6.63 square plus 6 square. Okay, so 6.63 square. So answer is already in my calculator. I will use that. So it is 44. 44 plus 6 square is 36. Result is 80. So your AZ is square root of 80. Now AZ is not my length, is not the length which I need to find out. I need to find out angle YAZ. So here YZ, if I draw YZ at the ground level, YZ, then from Z to A is going to be perpendicular on this YZ, because this WXYZ plane is perpendicular to plane WADZ. So any line which is in XYZW plane will be perpendicular to the line which is in the plane ADZW. Okay, so this is little technical, but your ZA is going to be perpendicular something like this. Say this is A. Okay, here angle Z is going to be 90 degree. Now AZ length we have already figured out, which is root 80, and AY length is already given. It is given 12 centimeter is AY. Yeah, AY length is given. It is 12. Now I have to find out angle YAZ. So YAZ, this angle I need to find out. So for this angle, adjacent and hypotenuse are in relation. I will say that your cos of angle A will be equal to your root 80 divided by 12. So therefore your angle A is cos inverse of root 80 divided by 12. So your cos inverse of root 80 divided by 12 this will give you angle as 41.8 degree. So your angle is 41.8 degree. Okay, so this is really a very good question. So this is what your exercise 4 include. Next time we will see examination style exercise 4 based on trigonometry. Till then, take care. Bye bye.